Welcome, everyone, to the birdcage. Why are we in the birdcage today? Well, that's because, first off, this is a birdcage. It's actually called the Learning Tree. And the Learning Lodge. It's the Learning Lodge. And you can only find this Learning Lodge at the Anniston Museums and Gardens, located on Museum Drive here in Anniston, Alabama, a true local treasure. Now, we're here in the birdcage. And we're really, it's like the bird enclosure, because it's a very spacious, nice environment, and people typically associate the word cage with a negative scenario. This is a very nice habitat for the birds. So, we're here with an expert, Sarah, and she's going to tell us a little bit about these birds of prey and make sure, hey, spell with an E, not an A. These aren't birds that prey like this. They prey like this. So keep an eye out this summer in the skies above you. Sarah, tell us a little bit about this guy.
All right, yeah, so we're in the Learning Lodge at Anniston Museums and Gardens, and this is a really cool space for us to do programs. We actually recently added fans, so it's a little bit more productive year-round. Are you staring at her?
Well, I see. Look like
She's staring at
it's a
you.
cheese. I do that every time.
You do.
I'm
She's
sorry.
assuming that she's doing most of our programs.
Sorry.
Well, this is Iris. Iris is a red-tailed hawk. She's native to North America. She's native to Alabama. If you've ever seen a hawk, it's quite an impressive way to do this, but if you've ever seen a hawk sitting on like a power line or a power pole, just looking into a field, more than likely it's a red-tailed hawk. And one of the easy ways to identify them, if you're ever driving down the road and you look up and you see a hawk soaring, look up, if the sun shines through their tail and it's bright red, it's a red-tailed hawk.
That's where the name comes from,
yes.
right?
They're very large. They're great predators, and it's a raptor. So
Those
all
are
of them are
huge talons.
Yes.
Like, I didn't think
It's why I'm wearing
they
this
were
glove.
that big.
Yes, it's why I'm wearing this glove.
Goodness, yeah.
So if you look at her, I mean, her talon is about 1 inch long,
Huge.
right? And if that is essentially her fork. So when she finds her food, she'll come soaring down. She'll pierce it with her fork or her talons. She'll take it to a safe place, and then her beak serves as her knife as she tears it apart.
She's giving me that look like I'm about to get torn apart. Like,
Nah.
we good, you think? Okay.
I think we're okay.
I'm sorry about assuming I'm a nice guy, trust me. Well, that's crazy. So they come down, I mean, you can clearly see with these large, Napoleon Dynamite, do the chickens have large talons? Yes, this one does have very large talons, because that can most clearly pick up any small field mice or creature and just take
These
it
guys
away.
go after squirrels, rabbits. They'll even go after smaller birds of prey.
Really?
So they're open to any
In the air?
They come down.
They wait till you're okay. They wait till you're not looking, and they get you.
But they're fierce. They're one of the top food chains for your birds, and they're quite large. They do compete with like your great horned owl. So your great horned owl is essentially the king of the evenings, and then your red-tailed hawk is like the lady of the days. And she is diurnal. So all your hawks are gonna be diurnal, and then like your owls means they come out during the day. They're on our schedule, right?
Okay,
Yes.
so are we diurnal?
You and I are. Some
I
people
have no
have
idea.
more of a nocturnal schedule, or like a schedule.
I used to be.
A lot of nurses, they
Yeah.
have like overnight shifts and stuff.
That's good to know. There we
But
go.
owls are, particularly owls, are like crepuscular or they're nocturnal. So crepuscular means like dusk and dawn, whereas nocturnal is at night.
That's so cool. Look at
Yeah.
that. Is this the largest bird of prey in Alabama? Or would that be like a
I think the
vulture?
great horned owl would be bigger
Great
than
horned owl.
a red-tailed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
And so another bird of prey you just mentioned, so like a turkey vulture.
Yeah.
Those guys, if you're ever up in Jacksonville and you're up JSU, you'll see them circling at the library, and they're easy to identify because if you look up and you see a large blackbird with white on the tips of its wings, it's a turkey vulture.
Really? Okay. And so are vultures considered birds of prey even though they're scavengers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It'd be interesting to know. Well, how cool. So I know we have an event coming up tomorrow that's
Yes.
going to have some of these awesome creatures. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we're going to be in the Anniston Museum of Natural History in our auditorium, so it will be air conditioned.
Yes.
Okay? It's a scorcher
We'll be a little
lately.
warm like it is.
Yes, I think tomorrow's going to rain too, so easy peasy for us. We've got, a nice strong roof and nice AC to keep us dry and cool. But we're going to have, I believe our education director is going to be doing a presentation, and she'll have 3 live birds of prey that you might be familiar with if you walk our bird of prey trail. You won't see Iris again. We brought one out that was a little different for today. So join us tomorrow at 2 o'clock at Anniston Museum of Natural History to see 3 beautiful birds of prey and learn all about them and how they relate to Alabama, the benefits of them, and so much more.
That is awesome. And I love the live animal shows. If you need even more live animal shows, you can come to Wacky Wednesday.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The museum has been doing such a great job out there, and we are very thankful to everyone at the museum who helps us put that on. That's every Wednesday at Zim Park from 10:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. I think y'all come on about
Always
11,
fun.
right?
Yeah, it's always so much fun. And
Was.
you know, at 11 o'clock, if you join us out there, we'll have 3 critters, and it's different every week. So even if you came last week and you got to play, and maybe you saw the leopard gecko, this week will be different. We'll see 3 others.
Absolutely. It's a mystery, but you have to be there to learn what that mystery is. Well, that's really exciting. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., live Birds of Prey show. So, hey, if you're anybody who's anybody, this is the place you want to be. So come on down. Don't be square. It'll be a good time. What else do we have going on here at the museum that people might need to be aware of?
Okay, so Monday starts our summer camp. We have a 3-day summer camp.
Summer camp.
It is for rolling first graders, so essentially like 6-year-olds to, I believe, 5th or 6th grade. And all of our June summer camps are full. It is the 21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Oh, wow. So we're already there. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we're starting Monday.
That's awesome.
Now, if you say you see like all our pictures on our social media and you're like,
Oh,
my kids love that. Yeah. Well, don't worry, because we have the same camp in July 21, 22, 23. So same days, different month. You can still register for that one, and I know it's going to be so much fun. They're highlighting the Anniston Museum of Natural History on day 1, Berman Museum on day 2, and they're ending at Longleaf Botanical Gardens on day 3. So they'll
That really works out, right? 3
Yes.
go through that. Right? Oh, that's so cool. Well, that's great, because if I know, if I was a camp guy back in the day, you know, I was one of those guys that when I got dropped off of school, I really was beside myself. It took a long time to weed me out of that. But had I been, going to the museum would have been a really good place to do.
And especially when you're like a member and you come out all the time, your kids are already familiar with the area, they feel confident, and then they meet their peers who go to different schools. I mean, we have people from out of state that'll bring their kid, maybe they're visiting their grandparents or something.
That's awesome.
And it's just so much fun.
Yeah, and that's a good point with a place you know, feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
I always feel that way at the museum. And it's right in our backyard, guys. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. Really, it's the kind of place that almost becomes more fun the more you go. So I'd really encourage you guys to come out, check out the summer camp, check out the live Birds of Prey show tomorrow at 2 p.m. here at the museum on Museum Drive. And if you want more action, you can check out Wacky Wednesdays at Zim Park starting at 10:30 every Wednesday through June and July. Outside of that, we're looking forward to Juneteenth tomorrow, our event at Zim Park. If the rain cooperates, I will go ahead and let people know that if the rain becomes a big, big problem, we plan to move the event inside the Anniston City Meeting Center. So that event will start at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Juneteenth at Zim Park. If the weather's looking really bad, be looking for an announcement that we've moved it inside the meeting center. Outside of that, be on the lookout for Fourth Fridays. That's June 25th, our first one. We're really excited. There'll be an antique car and bike show and vendors and, obviously a professional BMX stunt team.
I'm so excited to see that.
Yeah, I know, right? Coming from Delaware,
Yes.
I mean, straight out of Tony Hawk, man. It's going to be really, really awesome. And then, obviously, in 2 weeks, in 2 short weeks, the granddaddy of them all, the Noble Street Festival. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know. It'll be here. Hold your applause. We're very excited. So that's what we have looking out into the future. Oh, and hey, there's an Anniston Changer project at 8 a.m. on June 26th at Main Street. So if you want to be a part of the change, come out and help beautify Main Street with us. Give your boy a call at 256-846-2044, and we'll make it happen. Other than that, anything else?
Hey, just check us out on our website, www.exploreamag.org, to see all things Anniston Museums and Gardens.
Absolutely. Hey, hashtag explore the world. That's all for today, folks. See you later.